Hey YouTube, what is up? It is your Wax Girl, and I am here today actually with a book review, which I haven't done yet. This is a book that I just ran across on Amazon and on a whim decided to buy it. It was like $7. And it's actually a really great tool, and that's why I wanted to share it with you guys today. So, like, this isn't sponsored, it's just a book that I really like and I wanted to share with you guys. So, first of all, I know that my audio and visual is pretty bad. I got a new computer and I'm still tweaking things. Also, you're going to hear my kid in the background because he can't be quiet for 5 minutes. Whatever, he's 3. So, before I begin, I want to say that this book's actually really interesting. It's specifically for soy candle making and making those candles in containers. It doesn't contain anything about paraffin wax. It doesn't talk about beeswax. It's just soy wax, which is actually pretty relevant to me. It may not be to you, but I think it's still really good tool to pick up because it's got other things in it that are good to know. So what you're going to find is that in the back it also has a lot of resources, her links to things, and I think that's also really important. So this is a book written by somebody who has a soy candle business, so that you know, and it looks like it was established back in 2007, so you know that it's been around for a while. She probably knows what she's talking about at this point, and she basically gives you her tried and true methods of how she makes her candles, which is actually really phenomenal, because when you get into certain businesses, a lot of times these creators don't want to share their secrets, which is, I mean, fine. I totally understand that. Once you've gotten to a certain point, you don't want your competition to be able to get to that point too sometimes. But she does share with you what she uses, how she does what she does, and I think that's really cool that she's decided to make a book. She mentions a lot that she's not an author or editor, so her formatting may be off, but it's fine because the content's really what you're there for anyway. So this is written by a woman who lives in Oregon, like me, and which is pretty sweet. So her business is Aggie's, her candle business, but her book is called Start Kicking Ass with Soy Candle Making. Tired of heat guns, wet spots, sinkholes, and other things that piss you off? Here's your book. That's a tiny little book. It's pretty small, but it is packed with pretty good information. Anything from how to set up your workspace to temperatures to, you know, where to buy your supplies, essential oils versus fragrance oils. There's a lot of different things in here that are actually really good to know. And it's just a really good resource, honestly. So I'm not going to give away all her secrets because I do want you to pick up this book. I think you can buy it for Kindle as well. But this copy was $7.99 or $6.99, and again, I'll put all the links to her book and her store down in the description. But oh, there it is. So one thing that she recommends, which actually is like genius, I didn't even think about this because it's super easy. One thing that stresses me out is putting these effing wicks into your jars to get them centered, to make them look nice. It's kind of a struggle, and they do have wick setters out there that you like place on the jar, then put the wick in, it'll center it for you, but it doesn't work on all jars. And this method actually is a really good idea, and I'm definitely going to start using it. So what you're going to actually need is a straw, and you just cut the straw in half. So you put whatever adhesive on the bottom, glue, one of those stickum tabs, whatever you're going to use, put that on there, dip it, or hot glue it or whatever. Then you're going to slide this into a cut straw like that, and then this will help you really adhere it to the bottom because you can push down pretty easily, and you're just going to press, until it's stuck, and then you slide the straw off, and that's it. I mean, this will be stuck obviously, and you're going to have to eyeball the middle, but we've all been doing that anyway. And that's like a really cheap, easy way of getting your wicks to sit in there. And I don't even know why that didn't occur to me. But it's tips like this that just make your life a little bit easier. Some of the tips she gives you will help lessen the amount of sinkholes, the amount of wet spots, having to fix your candles as often, hopefully. And I have seen some improvement in what I've been doing with some of the tips I've been able to implement already. Some of the equipment that she uses is a little different than what I've got, and I might upgrade some of my stuff because it seems like it would be worth it. But again, I mean, it's a pretty great little book, and I don't know, I really highly recommend people pick it up. This is someone who's been in the business and gives you her tips. They've even got a couple recipes in here for lavender in travel tins and apple harvest in straight-sided jar candles. And then of course she tells you exactly where she buys these things, how much it's going to cost you, how long you want to leave it to set. I mean, it's a lot of really good information. So whether you just do this for a hobby or you actually sell candles, I kind of do highly recommend picking up this book. I think it's super interesting, and it's definitely a resource I'm going to be looking at while I'm redesigning my space so I can make candles in my room, just so I can kind of temperature control everything. So it's a lot of things I never thought of, and I think it'll just kick your candles up another notch. So that is Start Kicking Ass with Soy Candle Making. Check it out. I really liked it. Now, I am just a little blurb before I go. I am working actually on a project I'm just trying to gather some more supplies for, and I'm really super excited about it because it combines two things I really love, which are candles, and it combines another element that I haven't used in my candles or talked about on here before, which, you know, we'll get into once I start getting my supplies in, and I'll do a demo video and everything. It takes the idea of a product that's already out there, but it changes it just a little bit into something that I can't find on the internet right now. I've been doing some searching to make sure that I'm not going to say like, oh, I was the first to do this, and there's like 20 other people that have already done it. So far as I can find, no one's done this yet, but something that's becoming really popular, we're going to include it in candles. So stay tuned for that. I should be ordering more supplies, but at the end of this week, hopefully once I get my paycheck, and that I will be able to put some demos together to show you guys so that we can all get really excited together. And yeah, so I would love to do more book reviews on Candle books. So if you guys ever come across a book that you find has really good information about making candles, let me know. Email me, put it in the comments or whatever, and I will check out books and we can do some more book reviews together. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Pick up Lisa's book because like I said, it's a really good guide. It's pretty solid information, and it gives a lot of ideas that I never would have thought of on my own. Oh, there comes my kid. So it's a good time to say goodbye. See you next time.